welcome back to my channel. Today I have a dupe foundation review for you guys, wear test. So I'm really excited. I found this one on TikTok and I can't wait to dive into it. But before we get started, I do really want to introduce myself for those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty, and I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also, while you're at it, the notification bell, because I'll make sure you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, the Mexican Beauty, because I'm always posting some really fun content on there, and also now on TikTok. I post pretty much every single day on TikTok, so you definitely don't want to miss me there. So follow me over on both of those platforms so you guys can find me whenever you miss me on here. You guys remember when I talked about ROCIO.ROSES over on TikTok? She did the dupe with the Milani Kat Von D foundations, and she just nailed that one. So she consistently does like reviews and tutorials on more affordable makeup, finding, you know, dupes for those high-end products, because everybody should be able to find products within their budget that work for them. So she did one comparing the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Infallible Foundation versus Luxe Foundation. Basically, what the whole theme of the story was that this foundation is much better or very comparable to a lot of high-end foundations. So the one that she compared it to was the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I actually already filmed a dupe video comparing these two. It's over on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. I'm posting every day on there. So I already filmed that, but I wanted to do a full day wear test review on here on YouTube. So I'm gonna be putting these to the test, and you guys are gonna be seeing how they perform against each other. I already went ahead and did moisturizer. For moisturizer, I used my Fenty Skin Hydrovisor with SPF. For primer, I used my Huda Beauty Hydrating Primer, and then I also used the One Size Pore Minimizing Primer, Secure the Blur, just in these areas. And we're gonna be doing our drugstore on this side and our high-end on this one. So I already actually had this one in my cabinet, my foundation cabinet, which I need to declutter because it's getting pretty heavy again. But this one I actually had ran out of. I think I got rid of it, maybe. I don't remember what happened to it, but I couldn't find it in my collection. So I ran to CVS because it's super close to my house. And let me just tell you, never go to CVS for foundations, because everything is like $2 more expensive than any other drugstore or Ulta. Like, I'm telling you guys, this was like $18 at CVS. I was like, no, thank you. When it was like $15 at Ulta, I was just like not okay with it. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with this foundation by L'Oreal Infallible. And this is supposed to be 24-hour breathable texture, and it does contain sunscreen 25, and you do get 1 full ounce. So we're gonna be putting this to the test. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you guys can see the skin. So this is the consistency. Now, the cool thing about this foundation is that there are 30 shades of it. So there is a really good shade range for this L'Oreal for a drugstore. It already feels very nice, hydrating, smooth, very, very lightweight. So I'm gonna be taking this e.l.f. sponge that I have right here. I just cleaned my sponges so they look super great. And this one does have a little bit of a scent, but can you see how beautiful this covers my skin? It claims to give buildable coverage, like buildable to full coverage, but honestly, I think I get full coverage immediately. And it's so lightweight that it doesn't even feel like you're applying foundation on your skin. And I'm gonna be applying both of them with a sponge. 2 different sponges though, not the same one. So we don't mix formulas, but you guys can see how beautiful this finish looks immediately. Like, I love it. Very nice and full coverage, skin-like, breathable. It just, like, as a whole looks really good. And it also has a pump, which is very convenient because the double wear that I'm about to test out does not have a pump, so that's kind of like the downside. I'm gonna build it up just a touch so you guys can kind of see how it builds up. It builds up beautifully. Definitely is giving me beautiful full coverage results. It looks like it could be a high-end foundation, honestly. Like, it just looks very beautiful. Now we're gonna go in with the double wear. This one, I do have it in the shade 3W2 Cashew. And this one does not come with a pump unless you purchase a pump with it. So that's another thing to know, the difference. This packaging is definitely much more convenient and easier to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the double wear. You guys know this is like a staple in a lot of people's collections, like a holy grail. So this one also does feel lightweight, but I feel like it's not as lightweight as the one by L'Oreal. This is a brand new sponge that I don't even want to use because I just love when my sponges look so nice and fresh. This is Cookie Cosmetics. You guys know, the best sponge ever. So So I'm just gonna begin blending everything out, ruining my sponge. I feel like they've changed the formula a little bit of the double wear since they originally launched it years ago. I feel like it definitely does feel a little bit more lightweight than it did back in the day. I feel like they look so similar. I remember the first time I ever tried this foundation, I stole it from my mom, from her makeup collection. She doesn't even wear makeup, but she had it, and it was the first foundation I ever used, and my skin just, like, I was probably, I wanna say, like 6th grade or maybe 5th grade. It looked insane. I was like, whoa. I think the only thing that's different that I'm noticing right away is that this looks a little bit more warm and this looks a little bit more neutral. This one also sets pretty quickly, so I just feel like immediately it just gives me that like really perfected, beautiful finish. This one still kind of like has its areas where you can see that it's still kind of fresh. Also, I feel like the Estee Lauder Double Wear has like this weird scent. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, it's not fragrance or anything like that. It's just weird. Like clay, I don't know what it is, but it's not the most pleasant scent. The one by L'Oreal just smells, it does have a scent, but it smells like pleasant, but it's not like irritating or anything like that. Okay, so this is the product on the face. This is the Double Wear, $43. This one is $15 if you don't get it at CVS. I feel like they both look very similar. I still need to give this one some time to set because I feel like it's still wet in a way. You guys can see some of that consistency that still looks a little bit like it's drying. This one dried on me immediately. Like it's ready to go. Let's touch it. It doesn't really feel sticky. It feels really nice and velvet. I feel like now that everything's sinking in, like if I closed my eyes and didn't know what I was wearing, I would feel like this side does feel a little bit heavier and like I'm wearing more makeup than this side right here. The consistencies are both a good liquidy consistency, but I do have to say, I feel like the one by Estee Lauder is a little bit more thicker. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, see how this does with my products, and then we can begin our wear test, which is what I'm most excited about because I kind of already knew how they would perform on the skin, just very first impressions against each other. Because like I said, I did film my TikTok, but I feel like now really wearing both of them, I'm gonna be able to tell like how they do, what's better, what you should check out, if, you know, drugstore has really been stepping up their game, which they have. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and give you guys my first impressions and thoughts on both of these foundations, high-end versus drugstore. Okay guys, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup. I wanted to do a little green moment on the eyes. I've been really into green. It's kind of like my aesthetic for these next few days. On Instagram, you guys know I like to follow an aesthetic for my Instagram post, but this is my current aesthetic. So I will have all the details down below in my description box. You guys can go ahead and check out those items. But let's go ahead and talk about these foundations. So can you guys tell the difference? Because I don't really see it. I can see the difference a little bit when I was applying certain products. I did go ahead and apply my Jaclyn Cosmetics Blush Bronzer Duo, and I do feel, I don't know if you guys can see, you guys will see it up close when I show you guys in natural lighting. Right here, some of the product did separate on my skin. I think because the Double Wear is more so of a full coverage foundation, I've noticed that it tends to kind of separate a little bit more if you layer things on top. So you do want to make sure that with the Double Wear, you always go in with a light layer of it, because if you go with too much product, it can build up and just not look the best. And I had no issues. Like this side, none of the product separated on my skin. It all stayed in place. I applied the same exact products, had no issues. So I really did appreciate that aspect of it. But you guys can see Double Wear and the L'Oreal Fresh Wear. I do want to show you guys how these look on the back of the hand, like against each other, the consistencies. I don't want to apply too much just because I'm not going to be using this foundation. It's literally going to be wiped off, which if you know me, you know I hate wasting foundation, but I do kind of want to see. So this is the Fresh Wear. This is the Double Wear. Obviously the color is different. They're different brands, different foundations. But you guys can see like they have the same fresh effect. Like just very nice and pigmented, a good liquidy consistency that's not going to look cakey on the face. But I do feel like the consistencies look very similar and they feel very similar. If you didn't tell me, I would think that the Fresh Wear is a high-end consistency, just off the fact that it feels like you have nothing on the skin. It looks really beautiful on the face. And also the fact that I just feel like it gives the face a nice, beautiful makeup finish that doesn't look or feel like it's a cakey over the top foundation. And they're both very long wearing foundations. Like they're both, I mean, the Double Wear, it's Double Wear, like it's gonna last. And then the L'Oreal Infallible, this one is a foundation that is up to 24 hours. And this one does contain sunscreen, which I think are two great additions to a foundation. I know a lot of people don't like sunscreen in their foundation. That's really fine. I'm just telling you what it says. I always encourage people to wear their sunscreen, whether it has it in your foundation or tinted moisturizer. But that's just an option for those of you guys who may be looking for a foundation with sunscreen. But I think they look so similar, honestly. And I'm glad the colors weren't too far off because that's what I was worried about. Like, I hope these colors are not like, you know, too far off from each other and it doesn't look the same. But I do think that both sides look very beautiful and are just giving me very like glammed up foundation finish. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm going to show you guys an up close and personal with natural lighting. And then I'm gonna wear this for the entire day, see how these foundations go up against each other and whether I think the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear could be a dupe for this high-end foundation and just compete in general with high-end foundation. So I'll see you guys in a little bit so that we can go ahead and discuss the thoughts on these foundations up against each other. Okay guys, so I'm here with natural lighting and this is the side with the Infallible. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Literally looks like it could be worth more than $15, but look how beautiful it looks. Very skin-like. It just doesn't even feel like you have anything on, like I keep saying, because it really doesn't. And then on this side, we have the Double Wear, which is our high-end foundation. And it also looks very stunning. I feel like they honestly look so comparable, especially in natural lighting. So this is where I was saying the product was separating a little bit on the Double Wear side. You guys can see that some of the makeup lifted when I applied the blush. So I just feel like certain products don't layer on as well right here. And then look how perfected this Infallible looks, like, wow. Okay guys, so it is now 10 p.m. and I am back with my final check-in. So on this side, drugstore, on this side, high-end. And I have to say, I honestly feel like it looks like I'm wearing the same foundation. They both look so similar by the end of the day. I did go out, I did wear a mask, and I feel like both sides really lasted very well on my complexion. I am combination skin and I feel like the areas on both sides got dewy right here, but I feel like this side is a little bit more dewy right in this area than this side, but not by a lot. So I have to say, I think that this L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation is definitely a dupe for the Double Wear. I feel like it looks phenomenal. It looks like it's a high-end foundation. I mean, if you see me, you wouldn't think that I'm wearing two different foundations. Like they look so similar, and even up close, they look so similar. And I felt like the L'Oreal Fresh Wear looked phenomenal. So if you are on the hunt for a high-end foundation, but perhaps don't want to spend high-end foundation money, definitely check out the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear if you haven't done so already. It is so good, and it is definitely a foundation that I'm going to be reaching for a lot because the finish that I'm getting is absolutely stunning. And I have been a fan of the Infallible Pro Matte. It's really good too. Same thing with the Pro Glow. I know a lot of people have loved that, but I think this one, the newest one out of the three, is definitely something that you want to keep your eyes on. So I would say if you have this foundation, definitely do what the TikTokers are doing, have fun with it. Test it out against your favorite high-end foundation, see if it could be a dupe or if it performs as well as your favorite high-end foundation, but I think it performs just as well, or if not a little bit better than the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I feel like it looks absolutely beautiful. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I love starting a conversation with you guys. I think that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed and beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.